So I've done a video about this before, and it really doesn't shock me about this. It really doesn't, because the people that are fans of Travis Scott and the people that support Travis Scott ain't the best people in the world. They don't care. And this just shows straight away that the rappers don't care about their own fans, and they don't care about people's lives. They don't care. I mean, Diddy, Dirty Money, should change your name to Diddy Blood Money, because we all know that Diddy Dirty Money is a sellout, and so is Travis Scott, so of course they're going to protect one another, aren't they? But it just shows that this rap industry does not care or take responsibility for anything that they do. And this is just facts. They don't take responsibility. Travis Scott has got so many lawsuits on him, and yet Diddy Dirty Money is like, I demand that Travis Scott perform at the billboards. I mean, what does that say? It shows that if you're a sellout, you can get away with whatever. But Travis Scott will make his first televised performance since the Astro World tragedy. And again, they keep calling it a tragedy. It's not a tragedy. It was not an accident. I've done many videos about it. I've done one on BitChute, basically proving that it wasn't an accident, that it was all planned, and it was really what it was. Travis Scott admitted many times and acknowledged what was going on, and yet he continued the show. Therefore, he is responsible for the deaths and the injuries of people at that concert. Even though he didn't create the place where the concert was. Well, most likely he probably did, but it was an unsafe environment, and they should have knew that. But Travis Scott doesn't take responsibility. That's like seeing a crime, someone committing a crime right in front of you, and you're not saying anything. You're liable. You're a witness. You're therefore liable. So if you saw somebody getting beaten to death, many people have used the argument like, oh, it's not my problem. Well, if somebody saw you getting beaten to death, sure you want somebody to stop it. But again, it really doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't with these sellouts. It really doesn't. So he's hosting the 2022 Billboard Music Awards, which Sunday, May 15th on NBC Scumbag Network. So what do you really expect? And MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, the city of sin. Shortly after Scott's performance was announced on Monday, Diddy, 52, took to Instagram with a video revealing that he demanded Scott performs, and he's supposed to be hosting the event. So if this clown, Travis Scott, performs, doesn't really surprise me. Really doesn't. I mean, it really doesn't shock me, because Travis Scott doesn't care. He has a criminal record. He doesn't care. He even, I believe he even these rappers, basically, they'll even attack their own fans. Because they're rebellion. That's what they are, really. Let's get real. They're reprobates. It's really what they are. Let's get real. That's what they are. They have no They believe they can do whatever they want, whenever they want, with no consequences. We don't live in a world like that. These are just idiots. All rappers are is idiots. There is no gangster lifestyle, just the same as that clown 6ix9ine. It was funny. I saw a video about him recently. He was like flexing money. But one, that money was probably fake. And two, the only reason they got any money to start with is because they sold the song. He was like, "Oh, I've got 1 million to flex." No one cares because again, you're a rat. But again, it really doesn't surprise me with so Travis Scott will make his first televised performance since the Astro World tragedy in November at the Billboard, and it seems to be Diddy is doing. So again, I mean, when you make a deal with the devil, I mean, he's a clown anyway. So, hey, what's up? Happy Monday, y'all. I have some great breaking news. This isn't great news at all. This is not great news for the victims that died. I mean, how do you think these people feel? That this guy is not getting punished, this guy is not getting any criminal charges against him, he's getting away with it. He's getting away with it. Hasn't faced any prison time, hasn't done anything. And people keep using that excuse, oh, it wasn't Travis Scott's fault. Yes, it was. He knew it was happening and didn't care. There was no security. Travis Scott could have easily had more security. Why wasn't there a lot of security? Why would you make a concert anyway where it's that? There's limited space. This proves, isn't it? I made a demand, I said so again, breaking news, this just in for the Billboard Music Awards. I made a request, I made a demand. I said my brother Travis Scott has to perform. I mean, it just shows the mentality of these people. I guarantee you, this is how hypocritical these people are. I guarantee you, if Diddy's daughter or whoever, whether he has a son or a daughter or wife, I guarantee you, if they died at Travis Scott's concert, this would be a different story. Guarantee you, these people are hypocrites. They only care about themselves and nobody else in this world because they're selfish people. They don't care. I mean, imagine if his kids died at this event. Be a different story, wouldn't it? Imagine Travis Scott's kids went to his own event and they died. Oh, it'd be a big different story, wouldn't it? So he'd be suing the event, and all that. Joke, man. And NBC said yes, so it's going down. Travis Scott will be performing. Yes, let's go. That's love. So he's saying it's going to happen, and if it does happen, then what does that really say? What they're going to do? Make another? I obviously can't mention it, but it wouldn't surprise me if they are. Again, demand. Hey, this is the same crap. And he also spoke about insisting on Scott performing during an interview with Revolt Black News. Why did they have to call it that? Man, where he stressed Scott should be forgiven. Forgiven for what? When is he going to take responsibility? He should be forgiven for what? Murdering people. Yeah. And that's how you know it's hypocritical in this world. Oh, a serial killer has to go to prison for the rest of their life. Oh, somebody murders someone, they have to go to prison for the rest of their life. But oh, someone like Travis Scott that is responsible, he may not have murdered the people, but he's still responsible for it. He should have some charges against him because he saw it going on and didn't stop the show. Therefore, he is responsible. He had the power in his hands to say, right, stop the show. It's over. He could have easily said that any normal human person, because these people are just demons. That's all they are. They don't care. They've got no emotions. They don't care about the fans at all. But they keep going on about this cancelling stuff. Well, if, as far as we know, Travis Scott is already cancelled, so there will be no cancelling on my watch. So again, basically, someone that's responsible for death and all that, oh, let's not cancelling, let's get... What kind of message is this sending? That, oh, if you have a concert and people die on your watch, then basically he's telling these people to get over it. If I was their families, I'd be suing Travis Scott's ass, man. I really would. It's what he deserves. And if you're a fan of Travis Scott, then you're just a piece of garbage to start with. You really are. You're a piece of garbage. If you were a fan of this man, then you're a piece of garbage. Because if it was any other person, because Travis Scott fans are just hypocrites. Because if it was anybody else, honestly, if it was anybody else, it'd be a different story, wouldn't it? But I don't care, man. I say, oh, it is. Don't like it. Too bad. I'm not a snowflake like most of these people in the world. I don't kiss ass. He also spoke about insisting on Travis Scott performing during an interview with Zigam. He should be forgiven. Well, again, take responsibility for what you did then, Travis Scott. It's why people are still angry. No justice is happening. He performed alongside Migos rapper Quavo at the Miami Grand Prix, which was the Formula One. So, I mean, it just shows this world doesn't care. Yeah, oh, when it's something else, they make a big deal about it, don't they? I'm not gonna mention what it is, but they made a big deal about it, didn't they? Yeah, a lot of people die to the police on a daily basis. It's never brought up, is it? But they made a big deal about it. And I don't care if people are offended by that. Go and tell somebody who cares. He also performed at a private event outside of Coachella last month. I did a video about that as well. Scott has kept low profile. No, he hasn't. Because if he kept a low profile, he'd just be working on his album and trying to get these charges away. That's really what he'd be doing. That's what keeping a low profile means. He hasn't been keeping a low profile. He's been going to Formula One. Is not keeping a low profile since his November 5 performance at Astroworld. And it's actually believed that over 1,000 or something people got injured, badly injured. So not only did people die, they got injured. I mean, what do you really expect from the rap industry? It's a scum industry. Hip hop is trash. It's the worst industry ever. Oh, I'm a real gangster. I live the real G lifestyle. Yet when these people are faced with actual prison charges, they cry like little babies. There is no such thing as a gangster. It doesn't exist. It's an illusion set up by basically the Illuminati. And I've said it for years. While you idiots out there believe that you're a real G and a real gangster, the Illuminati is sitting back at you, and the rich are sitting back and laughing at you while your ass is going to prison. So who's really winning in this situation? Certainly ain't it you. And then he performed again. He literally did perform. He doesn't care. Massive crowd crush at NRG Park in Houston led to the deaths of 8 people that night and 2 more deaths in the hospital days later. The cause of death for all 10 individuals was listed. It's not an accident. Because if you actually go into it more, the details, I believe people were being drugged. So 25 people were hospitalized, with early reports claiming that there were as many as 300 injured, though new court filings claim nearly 5,000 people were actually injured. So this guy's an idiot. This guy is an idiot. He wants to say, oh, it is what it is, and all that crap. He doesn't care. His fake apology that he made, oh, I love my fans. No, you don't. It was a fake video. You weren't even crying. Anyone that was actually remorseful and was like, whoa, this is something that's bad, and they'd be crying like anything. But no, because the rappers are pieces of garbage anyway. They really are. Why do you think they make the agenda music that they make? Because they don't care. Attorney who are acting as counsel for the filed court documents claiming there were actually 732 claims for injuries that required extensive medical treatment, along with 1,649 tied to less extensive treatment, and 2,540 claims for injuries where the severity is still under review, equaling over nearly 5,000 injuries total. So it's not just a few people, like 10 people. This was a lot of people, and still he will not take responsibility for his own concert because he's a clown. He's a clown. And that's all he is. He's a clown. And I mean, I agree with these people in the comments as well. Demanded laugh out loud demonic pawns. Says a lot about Diddy. People need to stop listening and buying their music. That's just wrong. They are rich because of the public and people died. So I'm not the only one feeling like this. Other people are still pissed off at this, and you have the right to. And so glad he did this. Sick, and of course you have fanboys here. So glad he did this. Sick and tired of reading about white men. I mean, here we go with the racial divide and conquer from a moron that's probably a racist. As soon as somebody brings that up and blames everything on white people, they're a racist. Simple as that. I mean, it's just facts. And I don't know why that won't go away now. Get lost. There we go. Who commit all kinds of crime or other terrible acts, and after kindness, they get all kinds of second. No, they don't. Tell that to people in prison. This is how you know it's just racial divide and conquer, feeding into it. This person's just a racist. Blames everything on white people. Oh, white people this, white people that. I mean, let's get real. White people ain't the only ones that commit crime. Let's get real. But that's all it is in this world now. Blame everything on white people. A crime is committed. Oh, let's blame it on the white man. I mean, that's all it is. And I mean, this is just garbage, man, because we've seen this with rappers. They act like, that they don't commit any crime, and there's always the white man. Yeah, Travis Scott doing stuff like this. This proves our argument. I mean, it's a joke. All it is racial divide and conquer anyway. That's exactly what they want, and this moron's feeding into it. I mean, just a joke. Why is, again, this person's literally just contradicting themselves because why is Travis Scott allowed to continue? You just contradicted yourself because you're an idiot. So again, Diddy had Tupac killed. I don't know whether that was true, but it wouldn't really surprise me because these people are scum. Travis Scott is responsible for the deaths at his Astro World concert. You should be in prison, not performing. I agree. At least deserves some prison time. Why does have any clout? Obviously, that's Diddy's real name. I mean, yeah, as far as I know, Diddy has not made a record or had a record in the charts for how many years now? He's irrelevant. I thought exactly who the F is he to demand anything? Egoistic. Exactly, I agree. These people, 10 people died. This is not the flex you think it is. Will there be a best dressed concert contest again? Diddy is always on the wrong side of history. He also allowed Chris Brown to lay low at his Miami compound when news broke out that he beat Rihanna. Now, everyone, when that happened, everyone was saying, oh, that's Chris Brown didn't do it. No, what you gotta understand about these people, listen to their music. Honestly, listen to their music. This is the so-called life they live. Like even though 6ix9ine is a moron, even he said most of these rappers don't live that life. They're not about that life. Someone that actually lives that life and is about that life, I mean, let's get real. They'd be in prison by now. That's how you know none of these rappers live that life at all. You really think they could, when they talk about smoking weed and doing drugs and breaking the law and that, you really think they could do that and get away with it? And they wouldn't be in prison by now. Get real. But again, just listen to Chris Brown's music, how he represents women. I mean, and people said, "Oh, it never happened. Rihanna never got beaten up." Sure, it didn't happen. That's who these people really are. Scum. That's who they are, and they just reveal themselves. It's just facts. And I don't care. See if there's any more comments. Because again, we don't know many, but here's another one. There are over 4,000 lawsuits against this guy. He is toast. I agree. I mean, let's agree. So it's just facts, man. It really is. This is the kind of people that made that horrendous music you listen to. Think about that garbage. I agree. His music's trash. He's irrelevant now. Travis Scott as well. Yeah, he may create some good music, but he uses autotune. Most people that use autotune can't sing. That's why they use it in the first place. True, but each one's likes are different, and they are raking in millions, flying private jets, and living in luxury. And again, while you still got people in the ghetto, and yet these people say that they are for black people. Wake up! They don't care. They don't care about their own people. They sold you out. They don't care. You don't see people like you don't see people. And that's what I mean. These people are worth millions, these rappers, and yet they don't give money back to their own people. Do they? They're always bragging about money and all that. Yet, why don't they help their own people out? They don't care, that's why. They don't care. Because the whole agenda to start with, anyway, is to dumb you down. I've said it for years. Hip hop is nothing but trash. That's what it was from day one. It was created to dumb you people down, to make you think that there's a real G lifestyle, divide basically racial hatred, and make you think that disobeying the police and all that is the way. None of these people are against the police or the system. You have people like Ice Cube says "F the police," and yet he's a sellout. How does that work? How can you say that you're against the system when you're a part of Hollywood? You, this shows. It's true. Hip hop entertainers are raking in millions. Even the B-list ones also are wearing designer clothes, riding around in luxury cars and showing off diamond bling. Exactly. And I don't know whether this is true, but it probably does. Diddy means idiot where I come from. Travis Scott always looks like an angry person. Diddy has always been absolute rubbish, and it makes sense that he wants Travis Scott, also another artist who makes absolute rubbish music, to perform like Diddy's opinion matters. Literally, how this ever got monetized in the first place is a mystery for the ages, because again, I mean, it's an agenda, that's why. Rap, let's get real. Rap has corrupted this world. It has corrupted it. You never saw women twerking, women dressing like sluts until the rap industry came along. Because the rap industry promotes that it's normal, that all women are hoes and all that. And yet nobody wants to cancel the rap industry. Oh, that's right, because anyone that wants to cancel the hip hop is just labeled a racist. They're labeled a racist immediately. Who would you want to listen? Who would want to listen or even hear this clown? Well, again, tell that to his idiot fans. I mean, if you ever actually listened to one of his concerts, he just screams down the mic. It's trash. He doesn't sing at his live events. He just screams down the mic. Yeah, sadly, 10 people had their breath taken away for all time during his. Exactly. You can't. Travis always delivers a breathtaking performance. Yeah. Takes people's. Also kills people as well. I agree. He is irrelevant now. He's irrelevant. I mean, when has he last made a song? I agree. They are both garbage. Sick. If any of the victims was close to his heart, he wouldn't have done this. Greed. Diddy is old, washed up. None of the Gen Z would even know his songs. Again, I know most of his songs. I'm not that old, but his music is trash. It's whack. Why should he perform? He still hasn't accepted responsibility. Exactly. Still hasn't accepted it. He should be cancelled too then, seeing as he couldn't care less about the victims of actual world either. Exactly. And again, we gotta bring it up again. All these morons with, oh, Travis Scott should come back to Fortnite. One, he ain't coming back. He's never coming back. Never. His shot got deleted from Fortnite. He ain't coming back. You really think he's going to come back? And all these people that are letting him in these events should show they don't care either. They don't care if someone dies. Because again, the devil controls the world. The music industry, the gaming industry, the film industry, the porn industry, the list goes on. None of these people care about anybody but themselves. They don't care if anyone dies. They don't care. And exactly, there's a blood in his hands. He doesn't care though. If he brings in his fans, earns money for them, well, again, he isn't doing it for that. He's doing it to make a quick buck. He's doing it for a comeback. Oh dear, everyone's seen all the videos, said one devil worshipper to the other. Because they are both devil worshippers. I promise you, had it been a white artist, he would have been cancelled. Never mind demands for him to appear live on any TV. I'm obviously not going to express my views on that, because obviously it'll be labeled a racist. But let's get real. People, as I said, people like Johnny Depp. He's white. The amount of charges he was accusations and that were thrown at him. Oh, but other people, like rappers, they get off with it. Look at Mike Tyson. He raped a woman and got off with it. What does that say? What does that say? And yeah, I'm not gonna, as I said, I'm not gonna get into it. It definitely isn't love. It's more like massive piles of money, right? We don't want you to see you, Travis, you and Travis Scott, and it's tragic. They are trying to memory hole all the victims. I mean, I agree. Let's see if there's any newest comments. No, there isn't. Yeah, that's obviously about it. So yeah, I agree with those comments. Scumbags. He doesn't care. Travis doesn't care. Nor do these rappers. Man, they don't care. But as I said, if it was any of their kids, oh, it'd be all over the damn news, wouldn't it? All over the news. Let's cancel the police. Oh, the white man this, the white man that. Let's get real, that's what it would be. It's ridiculous. All it is. Rappers are hypocrites. That's all they are, hypocrites. They commit whatever crimes they want and they get away with it. Anybody else does it, they'll be in prison for the rest of their life. It's time to wake up and realize that these clowns are sellouts, the Freemasons, and as I said, if you're a Freemason, I guarantee all these court these lawsuits that Travis Scott has got will disappear. Because that's what happens when you're a Freemason. They even admit it. That a fellow Freemason protects their own. They'll basically get rid of the court evidence and they'll get off with it. So again, these people don't care. They don't care. They don't care about their own people either. Why do you think they're riding around bragging about bling and all this irrelevant things that are not even worth anything? Because again, diamonds are worth nothing. This is what man says it is. If you actually know anything, and this is the funny thing as well, they're supporting that market. If you know anything, most diamonds come from South Africa, which is slave work. So these scumbag rappers, they are supporting their own people doing slave work. So they really don't care. Where they're flexing these diamonds and that. And I'm sure it goes on in other places in the world where people work for diamonds and they're paid nothing. And this is facts. And all these rappers flexing those diamonds, yeah, people probably lost their lives just for them to be made. So again, the rappers don't care. If they actually cared about their own people, they'd stop buying diamonds, because diamonds is slave work. If you actually look up, they get imported to America, and then they're sold in jewelry places. People slave work and die for those diamonds even to get into the country. So again, these people are just full of crap. That's all they are. They're not against the police. They're not against the Illuminati. They're not against the system. They're for the system. They're for the Illuminati. And they just reveal who they really are and what I've said for years. Scumbags. This is facts. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Blood Diamonds. Anyone that's seen that movie, that's what people have to do. The people in South Africa get butchered, and yet you have the rappers supporting this industry. People die for diamonds, and yet these rappers brag about, oh, I got bling. Stop buying bling. You're part of the problem. Man, it's just a joke, man. And he's getting away with it. He's getting away with it. Doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't. Because again, as I said, anyone a fan of Travis Scott seriously ain't got good morals. Because the last video that I've done quite a few videos now. So he performed at Coachella, performed at Miami, performed at the Grand Prix. Now he's performing at, going to be performing at, whether it happens or not really doesn't matter. He's going to be performing at the Billboards. What does that say? That he's going to get away with this. He's going to get away with it. People have even made documentaries about this. I'm not the only one. People are not going to forget what Travis Scott did. He is a terrible person and should be in prison. But yeah, another video that I just wanted to bring up, because it needs to be spoken out against. Really, he should be cancelled completely, because he clearly doesn't care. He doesn't care about the victims that died. He honestly doesn't care, because if he did care, he wouldn't be going, oh, I got to make music. And I'm sure I saw a video of him performing at the Miami 11 club, and I couldn't understand really what was being said, but he said, I'm gonna be coming back. If you look it up online, that's what he said. He said, I'm gonna be coming back when I come back or something. And he was shouting it. So he clearly doesn't care. He has no interest in anything else but himself coming back. So yeah, I mean, more people should be talking about this, because I've seen nobody else really talk about this. Because again, they're just like, oh, Travis Scott didn't do it. Yeah, a lot of folks at Astroworld said there was a demonic activity happening during the event. Well, it actually was. As I said, I've done a video on BitChute, and I've done a video on BitChute. I'll just show it. Make sure that I'm still logged in. Come on. Yeah, I'm still logged in. Good. Just that to make sure. So I made a video on BitChute. Or is it now? Right there. This was made November. And it explains what it really was, because that is what it really was. I mean, we brought. I'm not going to show it again because I showed it in the last video, but that's all it was. Even the T-shirt that he was wearing was of the devil, and even when it was promoted, it said, "I'll see you on the next side." That means death. So it was all planned. This was not an accident. If you connect the dots and all that, this was not a accident at all. That's what they want you to think. They want you to move on from this. They've done it with many things. They've done it with many things. They just want you to forget about it and act like it never happened. It's not going to happen. People died. And he's responsible for it. Well, as we said, Travis Scott is just the clown. I'll leave the link. That's if you want to watch it. You don't have to. Nobody has to watch it. Well, I'll leave the link if you want to watch it. But yeah, as I said, thank you for everyone for watching this video and the support. And more people should be spreading this, and more people should be talking about this. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.